How diet and nutrition affect anxiety. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Zachy, and today we're talking about something that might completely change the way you think about your mental health. Specifically, we're breaking down how your food choices could be fueling your anxiety, especially if you're someone dealing with Generalized Anxiety Disorder, or GAD. Now, before you start thinking this is another boring nutrition lecture, trust me, it's not. We're going to have a chill, honest conversation about how diet and mental health are way more connected than most people think. And I promise, by the end of this video, you'll walk away with some powerful tools to help calm your anxiety from the inside out. Let's kick things off by talking about GAD, what it is, and how it shows up in everyday life. If you've never heard of Generalized Anxiety Disorder, it's basically when worry and fear take a permanent residence in your brain. It's not just being a worrier. It's excessive, relentless, and sometimes completely irrational worry that interferes with your life. People with GAD often feel constantly on edge, get mentally exhausted easily, struggle to focus, and have physical symptoms like muscle tension, restlessness, or trouble sleeping. And if that sounds like your day-to-day experience, you're definitely not alone. Millions of people live with GAD, and it can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. While therapy and other treatments are super important, your diet might be one of the most underrated tools for managing it. So let's get into one of the coolest things most people never learn in school, the gut-brain connection. This is a real, science-backed communication system between your belly and your brain, called a gut-brain axis. Think of it like a two-way street, where messages are constantly being sent back and forth between your digestive system and your central nervous system. And here's a fact that blew my mind when I first heard it. Your gut actually produces around 90% of your serotonin, the hormone that helps regulate mood, happiness, and anxiety. That means when your gut is unhappy, whether because of stress, poor diet, or inflammation, it sends the stress signals to your brain. And guess what? Your brain reacts accordingly. So yeah, that uneasy, anxious feeling, it might literally start in your stomach. Now let's talk about the foods that could secretly be making your anxiety worse. These are everyday things a lot of us eat without thinking twice, and they might be messing with your mental state more than you realize. First off, caffeine. I know this one's controversial. I love my morning coffee too, but caffeine is a stimulant, and for people with anxiety, it can be like throwing fuel on a fire. It can cause racing heartbeats, restlessness, and even panic attacks. Try switching to herbal teas or decaf for a few days and see if your anxiety feels any lighter. Next up, sugar. It gives you that quick hit of energy, but then comes a dreaded crash. And with it, mood swings, irritability, and that wired yet tired feeling. When your blood sugar spikes and dips all day long, it's like sending your brain on a roller coaster ride. And finally, processed foods. We're talking fast food, frozen dinners, chips, sugary snacks. Anything packed with artificial ingredients, preservatives, and chemicals your gut microbiome hates. These foods disrupt your digestive system and inflame your body. And when your gut is inflamed, your brain can feel anxious, foggy, and overwhelmed. Okay, now for the fun part. Foods that actually help lower anxiety and support mental wellness. You don't have to give up all your favorites to feel better, but adding in some of these nutrient-rich foods can make a real difference. First, let's talk omega-3 fatty acids, found in things like salmon, flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3s help reduce brain inflammation and support neurotransmitter function. Multiple studies show they can significantly reduce anxiety symptoms. So even a few servings a week can go a long way. Next, we got the powerhouse group, leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These are rich in magnesium, a natural relaxant that helps calm the nervous system. Low magnesium is super common in people with anxiety. Just adding more greens to your smoothies, sandwiches, or stir-fries can make a big impact. Then there's fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso. These are loaded with probiotics, the good bacteria your gut loves. When your gut microbiome is balanced, it produces more feel-good chemicals and less stress hormones. And finally, whole grains. Oats, quinoa, brown rice are complex carbs that help keep your blood sugar steady and feed your brain with a steady stream of serotonin-boosting energy. We can't forget hydration. Seriously, this is one of the most overlooked parts of managing anxiety. Even mild dehydration can mimic symptoms of anxiety, like racing thoughts, dizziness, fatigue, and even increased heart rate. If you're running on caffeine and forgetting to drink water, your body is in low-level panic mode. Aim to drink about half your body weight in ounces every day. And if you're constantly skipping meals or going hours without eating, that's another big issue. Your brain needs consistent fuel. When your blood sugar drops too low, it can trigger a stress response, even if nothing stressful is happening. Now, I want to be super clear here. Food is not a cure for anxiety. You can't eat your way out of GAD. But what you can do is support your body and brain with the right nutrients, so you're not fighting an uphill battle every day. Think of it like this. Your mind is a software and your body is a hardware. If the hardware is glitchy because you're running on junk food, caffeine, and sugar crashes, the software is going to act up too. But when you start feeding yourself better, even just a few small changes, you're creating a calmer, more balanced baseline to work from. So if you're someone who feels anxious all the time, it's worth experimenting with your diet. You don't have to go on some strict anti-anxiety diet. Just start paying attention. Try cutting out caffeine for a week. Add more fiber-rich foods. Drink more water. Keep a little food mood journal and see what patterns show up. You'd be surprised how quickly your brain can respond to changes in your gut. All right, to wrap things up, you deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel calm, clear, and focused. And you don't have to do it all alone. Nutrition is just one tool, but it's a powerful one. And when you combine it with therapy, movement, mindfulness, and rest, it adds up. If this video helped you at all, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe to join the community here at Zacaprat, and drop a comment below one food you're going to add or cut out this week to support your mental health. I read every single comment, and I love hearing your stories. That's all I've got for you today. Be kind to yourself, take care of your gut, and remember, small steps lead to big changes. See you in the next video. Peace out.